And then go. Can we go?
Yes,
please.
sir.
So let's write week 1, which is this week, right? So sometimes I may meet you on Sundays. Is that okay? But the Sundays are not all the time. So it depends on the material we have to cover. I hope that is okay. So this is the first week, which is this week. So week 1, this is what we have to cover. Write it down. So week 1 is intro to management accounting and costing, right? So that's the first week. And then we are using the ICA book. So we are going to do chapter 1 of the ICA book, which is Introduction to Management Accounting. Introduction to Management Accounting, okay? And then we are going to do chapter 2, which is what? Activity-based costing, right? Activity-based costing. Then week 2, we'll do the models of evaluation. Going to do the models of evaluation, quality, and IT. Now the IT is a new introduction. So I expect you to pay very close attention, right? So this is where we are going to do chapters 3, models of evaluation. Models of evaluation. Okay. In chapter 4, we're going to do quality. We are going to do quality management and impact of IT. Okay. Then week 3, we do budgets and budgetary control. Let's just call it budgeting. So chapter 5, right? Chapter 5, we'll do budgetary control, the budget, budgetary systems, and all that, right? Then the next thing, chapter 6, we'll do cash and master budget, right? Which this diet, the question that you get, I want you to be very careful because it has some small ethics attached to it, right? Please, are we there? That's the 3rd week. So after the 3rd week, you would have covered a lot. You'll be doing a lot of work. Then we come to our big brother, standard costing and variance analysis, right? Which is one area students do not like. I don't even know why they don't like variance. Okay, standard costing versus variance analysis. So the week, which is what we get into chapter 7. In chapter 7, we will start with the principles of standard costing and basic variances. Basic variances. Then we are going into chapter 8.
Advanced.
And then chapter 8, we are going to do advanced variance analysis, right? Like material mix and yield, work back variances, labor efficiency, capacity, and then activity ratios. Then we'll do sales mix and sales quantity variances. And if possible, we are going to look at some other impacts of advanced variance analysis, right? So advanced variances. Then that's the 4th week. Then your first mock will come. Okay, so after the fourth week, I'm going to give you a mock, which you are going to try as part of your group discussions, right? If you do it, it's for your own good. If you don't do it, well, you have to test yourself, right? Week 5 is where we deal with marginal costing techniques, right? Though we would have learned marginal costing before as part of the costing, right? We are going to learn marginal costing techniques, and marginal costing techniques are very important for decision making. So this is where decision making starts. So this one, we are going to dive into chapter 9, and here we do high-low analysis, right? We have to do high-low analysis. Behavior. So I will put cost behavior here because when you don't understand cost behavior, you cannot do high-low, right? Then we are going to dive into chapter 10, and under chapter 10, we are going to learn CVP analysis, right? Cost, volume, profit analysis, right? Cost volume profit analysis. And then week 6, we do relevant costing and decision making, right? So week 6, let's make it week 6 and 7, right? So week 6 and 7, we are going to do relevant costing and decision making, right? Relevant costing and decision making. Okay, so this one is another broad chapter. And then we are going to dive into chapter 11, where we do relevant costs, relevant cost and revenues, and the concept of minimum pricing. So we are going to dive into chapters 12. We are going to look at decision-making techniques, right? Which is both short-term and long-term. Right? Then we come to week 8, 9, and 10, right? So week 8, 9, and 10, where we are going to look at, we'll start with chapter 13, which is new, performance appraisal in the public sector, right? Now, this one was never examined, now it's there. So performance in public sector. No, there's performance issues in public sector, which was very small, but now things like public sector budgeting, using the value for money calculation. Okay, calculation was never there, but this time there'll be calculation, how to calculate efficiency, effectiveness, economy, how to use them to interpret variances. Public sector variances will come, don't be scared. It's not difficult, right? So you'll be given budget information for the government budget. You have actual, okay, you convert them into standard and get the variances. Then you should interpret the variances based on whether it is done by an MDA, an MMDA, or done from the consolidated fund level, right? That is still management accounting. Then you look at process-based budgeting and performance appraisal in the public sector. Are we okay? These are new stuff, which I believe we should be very strong. So we come to chapter 14, and then we are going to look at performance analysis. Okay. Performance analysis. Then come to chapter 15, where we look at other aspects of performance. So performance is the main reason why you are doing this paper. So almost every question will be having some sort of performance model. So other aspects of what performance, right? Okay. Then we come to chapter 16, where we look at transfer pricing, including international transfer pricing, right? So that area, students get a little confused when there are double taxation agreements and whatnot. Then we are going to dive into chapter 17, where we look at divisional performance, right? Divisional performance. Now, the other weeks that are left are for practice to pass, right? Practice to pass. Now, practice to pass itself, you'll be doing it every day, the group discussions, but then those ones are where I do it with you, okay? So that is it. I hope that is okay. Have you written them down? So this is your whole outline of your management accounting course that I'm going to take you through. And it is everything, no single topic will be left. Some of them you will have guided reading, meaning I'll give them to you as assignment. Are you in? Are you in?
Yes, sir.
That is fine.
Yeah, 100%.
So let me know if you guys have any questions for me.
Sir, please, I want to know which aspects has ethics embedded in it. Which of these topics has
Introduction to management.
ethics?
Okay.
Introduction to management accounting.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Okay.
Any other question?
Mm.
Oh, now mute yourself.
I'm going to get 400 at 12 weeks.
Okay, so without wasting much time, let's look at the strategy for
Please, that's a question in that.
the group discussions. Okay, so after the class, today's class, I will show you how the group discussions will be, right? So every week, okay, every week I'm going to send a question, okay? Now, when I send a question, it is up to you guys to discuss that topic, whether I've taught it or not, and solve the question, okay? And then submit it. So in your group discussion, the topic for the week is what you are going to discuss. Okay, and everything that I give, every model, you know, management accounting is just like strategic case study, which people don't know. You are going to what? If I send any model, right, what I want you to do is to talk about the concept, discuss the concept. That is what it is about, right? Okay, after talking about the concept, you ask yourself, are there any calculations, right? What are the different types of calculations that can come from this area? Which is your job in the group discussion. Thirdly, is it similar or different from other models, right? So for instance, if I say throughput accounting, which model is it similar to? How different is it to that model? Do you understand? Then the next thing is to add what? Advantages and what? Disadvantages of that model. Do you understand? So everything that I put during the week, these are the main things you have to understand, you have to do, and then solve that question and send it to me. Do you understand? So this is the sole purpose of your group discussions. Okay? Every day, every model that I send,
Okay.
every model that I send every week, this is your job. So if every week I send 4 models, right, in the questions, all you have to do is make sure that those 4 models, assuming I gave you ABC, assuming I gave you a question on throughput, assuming I gave you benchmarking, all you have to do is make sure that all these things have been covered for that particular model, okay? And you are ready to answer questions for me. So in the group, I'll just be loading you with questions. You'll be solving. I can tell you, go and look at November 2015. Do question 1 to 3 for me. I want it tomorrow. When I tell you I want something tomorrow, it doesn't mean go and do copy for me. Make sure even if you copy, you understand what you are copying and you use the exact method. Immediately, any of you here gives me ICA solution, it means you never listen to me. If you give me ICA solution, I know. Because I have my own methods of teaching you. Simple methods that I teach you. So if I see you using any other method, which is not my method, recording in progress, you want to fail. I know why I give the methods I give, because I know where they give you tick marks, where they mark it for you. Okay, I've done this for a long time to know where they give marks, which methods or which approaches give you the maximum marks, and which one is not favored or featured in the marking scheme. It doesn't mean that if somebody is teaching you management accounting, whatever is teaching you is the right way they mark. They have ways they mark your paper. If you know the right way to do the thing, that is where you score the marks. So I have specific ways I teach students, but most do not seem to understand. They want a method that they are comfortable with. I don't just look at a method you'll be comfortable with, but a method that will give you your maximum mark in exam. Do you understand? And every course that I teach, whether I'm teaching you case study, management, accounting, taxation, whatever, right, is the same approach I always use. And if you listen to me, trust me, you will make it. In Jesus' name. Amen. So that was it. Are you done? So the person who asked about the group discussion. Yes. So anything you want to learn actually in management accounting or strategic case study, these are the things. Because it's models, this is how you learn it. What is the concept about? Are there any calculations? What are the different types of calculations that can come? This is where I want your discursive minds to come in. Think about what they can include, what they can take out. Check the past questions to see how many years this has come, right? Is it similar or different from other models? Compare to other models and see the similarity or differences. Then what are the advantages and disadvantages of that particular model? If you do this, you will not fail. You can even get award. I see anything. I say that because for me, I never failed any ICA paper. There are some papers I even got 99%. No be bluff. I go show you evidence. I had 99% award. I had awards. I never failed the paper. So my professional courses, I don't fail. It's because of how I condition myself. You should learn smart, not hard. Learning hard is only a waste of time when you have something that is supposed to be in 3 years. You are using just 3 months. So you have to learn smart, not hard, right? And that's how we are going to learn, by supporting each other. We should pass as a family. What did I say?
We should pass as a family.
We should pass as a family.
Wow.
Pass as a
I
family.
realize that management accounting, people are failing because they try to learn as individuals. It's wrong. Even the group discussion, no, you guys, you see, if you don't have the right guide, then things become difficult. Because there's a specific way, even in groups, you have to learn. But I see that Ghana, about group, they pick a topic and then they are all talking about it. It doesn't work like that. You spread this work. So if you're in the group, you have 5 persons, right? And spread this 4 areas, right? Concept. You go and look at this. If there are 4 models, right? Maybe in the group you are 5. You say this person go and look at this one. This person go and look at. When you come, the person who went to learn that thing will come and teach the other group members what he learned. Then they'll be making notes as if they are in class. Then this guy also tell what he learned, teach them. Then they all visit the book to be clear. So at the end of the day, that group meeting is not one topic. You would have covered 4 topics because you have 4 in the group. We call it group structured activity learning. This is what I teach tutors. Do you understand? And I've been able to train one of the best tutors out there. Some in UK, some in US, some in Ghana, other places, not only in taxation and accounting, but spanning across different industries. So I teach you like the way I teach tutors. Do you understand? That is how you learn. So you see group discussion and model where you see the whole group learning one model. No, it's wrong. You don't do it like that. You spread the work. Each of them should learn on their own and come and teach you. When it's not clear, you guys, all of you work together and now dive into the material together. That is it. Together we stand, divided we fall. Have this in mind. Are we okay? And trust me, there's nothing you cannot conquer. Remember, impossible, I don't believe in, right? There's nothing impossible. I told you impossible was a mistake, right? You see this word. You can see it on my screen. It's just a mistake. Actually, they forgot the apostrophe. Do you understand? The space. So it's just a matter of perspective. Do you understand? They just forgot this apostrophe here. I'm possible, right? There's nothing like you are going nowhere. It's just a matter of perspective. Actually, this is now here, right? So we are going to move from nowhere to now here, right? It's just a matter of perspective. So I tell you, today is your success story. Are you okay? Exam has never been knowledge. It is a mindset game. What did I say? Exam is what? It's a mindset.
Mindset.
Mindset. There's nothing special about any tutor anywhere. Some people are attending 4 classes, 3 classes. They are scared. Hey, wait, question at all. I'm telling you. And yet syllabus no more you see. Oh no, let's be honest. All the other tuition centers, is it not the syllabus they are using? Answer me.
Yes, it's the same syllabus.
They're not the same topic cover. They will cover the same topics. So I'm telling you, if you have failed several times, please take a look at yourself. You are the only one who can change your story. I told you, you need 2 things. You need the grace of God and the ability to learn. The grace of God, once you are here, the grace of God is with you. Now it's left with the ability to learn. And I'm telling you, you end up going to so many classes, taking so much information that you yourself do not get time to learn. That is the problem. If you are not seeing, I'm telling you, I always tell you the truth. Sit down yourself. See where you have mistakes, topics you are not getting. Research. Research. Google is there. It's doing nothing. It's there for you for free. Google should have even been paid. But it's free. People do not utilize it. YouTube is there. You don't use it, but you prefer going to 3 tuition centers. I know a guy who fails to pay his children's school fees, but he's attending 3 to 4 tuition centers, keep failing and keep doing the same thing. He's still not seeing his mistake. Management accounting is something that if you utilize even 2 tuition centers at the same time, you will fail. Do you know why? Everybody and their approach uses to solve questions.
Yes.
So you will end up getting confused completely. Stick to one. I'm not saying mine. I mean, there are good people out there, even more than me. Do you understand? I'm trying
with you, sir.
Just stick to one thing and pin your ass down and learn. Me, I'll tell you the truth. If you like me, if you don't like me. But if it has to be, it is up to you. All the decisions that you made is the reason why you are who you are today, right? Courses that you do, things that you do, that's why you are who you are in your office or your workplace today. It's as a result of decisions you made in your life. Did somebody make those decisions for you? No, you made them yourself. So take the decision now. The clock is ticking. I'm telling you, in the next few diets, ICA will just be fishing money from people. That's why their things are very expensive now. They want to cut down the number of accountants. The accountants are too many. It's not making the profession lucrative again. So me, I never learned to become an accountant because I saw the future long time. Accounting is boring for me. I like things that keep me thinking. I don't like procedural things. They feel so boring for me. I like challenging stuff. Do you get it? So I'm telling you, if it has to be, it is up to you. I will keep repeating this thing. If teacher doesn't teach, look at it. Tell me the truth, right? Your lecturer didn't teach you a topic. You went, the topic came. Then you blamed the lecturer. Now, this lecturer, he didn't teach me that topic, but when I went, it came. Or you finished the exam in another tuition center, gave prediction, rough prediction, that course, that particular topic, it came in the exam. Now, you failed. You say, oh, these people, their question came. You went to that other tuition center. Let me ask you the question. The person you blame, does it affect the person? Yes, it can affect the reputation, no problem. But the thing is, at the end of the day, who failed? It is you. That person has written his exam long ago. He's done. What about you? Are you done? You see, people don't think about these things. If it has to be, it is up to you. Until you pin your foot down and say, this thing, I must get it no matter what. If I don't get it, I'm not getting up. That is where you mean business. Some of you are too relaxed. If you look at our time, questions were and yours, I realize that I see when losing the cries, like the questions are too easy. And students who go and say, I see has changed the trend or said they have not changed any trend. You are the one not learning. You are not opening your eyes because you are subject to too many information. You have friends attending other classes. They send you information. You're also sending yours. Another reason why people are failing is they fail to keep things confidential. I beg you. If you know you are that type, please stop. Pass. First, focus on your passing. If you're in an airplane and it's going to crash, your oxygen masks, you must put on yours first before you can help another person. I beg you. You immediately, this lecture note that I just posted, just flying on other platforms. So just yesterday, it's flying all over the place. Fine. It's not the best. If you want to pass, just keep things confidential for once. Pass. What if that thing is coming in exam? Now that it's flying on all the platforms, IT will see that, oh, these people, they've seen what we are bringing. They will not bring it again. And I keep saying these things over and over again. Until students do not stop sharing information, they will keep failing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because yes, local. Let's be honest here, right? One, there is me here. I'm here, right? Tuition center A. I've given my students some stuff. My student decides to share it with students who are coming from tuition center B, right? Okay, now look at something. Tuition center B decides to give its students material, keeps them secret. And you decide to share your stuff with the people here, and they also do not share with you, and mine doesn't come, but these people's own come. You be like, oh, these people, their stuff dropped. Meanwhile, if you have kept your secret, yours could have come. True or false? True or false?
True.
True. So you. The reason why some of you are not making it, you talk too much. Some people talk too much. They share information. Unless information does not come, she will send it to Nancy. Because Nancy is part of study group. She used to do FR some time back. They learn together. No, stop. If you are here, you are one family. You are creating new study groups, new people you do not even know, right? That is how we make it here. So old people, once you are here, they are not here with you. They are not part of your, because the grace is circling here. Do you understand? The grace is within these walls. I don't want you to share that grace with anyone outside here. Do you understand? Until you make it clear. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Serious. Until you take what I'm saying serious, you won't make it. I'm very honest in what I say. If you are ready to do, you mean business, you are ready to do business with me, I'm ready to help you pass. But all depends on you, how serious you are. I know even though I've said this, then by next week, people wouldn't have bought the study text. And that your level of seriousness should push me to teach you. Where there are times for classes, sometimes students are waiting for the tutor to come on and say, let's have class. So that means I don't see the seriousness. So Miankasa, it demotivates me. But when I see a starving crowd, they are ready to chew me, they are pressuring me. That is when I know these people mean business. I want you to be like that. Sometimes it starts like that in the first few weeks. After week 4, and the vim comes down. Then me to my vim will come down because I'm not seeing the effort. You join class and boom. People, oh, sir, I didn't join last week. Sir, I didn't join last week. Sir, oh, this week. No. I don't want that. If you want me to be consistent, you also have to be consistent, right? Mirror image. Newton's third law, right? What does it say? For everyone?
For every action, there's only opposite reaction.
It's an equal and opposite reaction. So the actions you show me, I will show you exactly the same thing, right? So if you show me good stuff, the hunger, the zeal, the enthusiasm, the readiness to pass, the hunger for pass, I will show you the hunger. Are you getting it? The satisfaction. I'll give you that satisfaction you need. Are you getting it? So that was the little I wanted to share within these few minutes, because I believe exam is a mindset game. It has never been about knowledge. If exam has been about knowledge, then people with PhD will not be failing management accounting. Is it not funny? People have PhD and they are failing management accounting. They failed more than 4 times because they are complacent. They think, oh, this thing I did it before. Oh, this thing I know. Costing. Do you know inventory? Yes, I know inventory. Do you know overhead absorption rate? Yes, I know, I can calculate it. Okay. Oh, this thing you are doing this course. Oh, say I've learned it already. Then he leaves the meeting. You will go and fail. Even if I know, I sit down, there may be something important I may have not noticed. This is what I want you to learn. You can learn from everyone. Even when a child is speaking, I pay attention because now the world is, we are in the ultra learning stage. Everybody can have knowledge which you haven't seen before. So I beg you, until you humble yourself, you shall never be lifted up. That is the law of life. It doesn't matter whether you're Muslim, Christian. It's a universal law. Giving, you get. Humility, you are lifted up. Sacrifice, you gain. It is a universal law. That's why when you plant a seed, it germinates. There's abundance all around us. We just don't have the eye to see. So there are some things that are universal. And if you humble yourself to learn, avail yourself to learn from others, to share ideas, there's no way you will fail. Me, this syllabus, they've even reduced it. And I'm so happy that we can learn so much within a very short time. But the ball is in your court. If you are ready to pass, I'm ready to help you make it once and for all. So that was another session gone. Do you have any question for me?